Hi guys, just off on my annual trip to Spain. I have a week every year down here on the street triple. There's the Crooked Spire. See you in a week, pal. So, I'm heading down to Portsmouth. It's all motorway. I've got to get a lick on to get down there for the boat. I've just finished work Friday afternoon. I'm going to get all the Friday afternoon traffic, as you can see here. But it's just going to be motorway all the way to Portsmouth. There's not a lot to show you other than that, and traffic. And did I say, guys, there's going to be lots of traffic, so just in case you missed the first lot, here's a little bit more for you. So guys, here we are, finally boarding the ferry. It's 5 to 1 in the morning. It's been a long day. Morning all. I've had a day and a half on the boat. We're finally getting off. The weather's not the greatest, but we'll make the most of it. It looks like it's a big queue here to get out, but in reality these guys in Santander normally have you out of the port in 15-20 minutes or so it's not too bad. So guys, here we are just coming into Picos. I headed straight to the area where I'm staying due to the weather looking a bit iffy, but as you can see it has brightened up quite a lot. The roads are drying up, still a little bit of low cloud there, but if it turns again I haven't got far to run to the hotel.
Morning everyone, day 2 in Spain. It's actually almost midday, it's 5 to 12. It's been a very rainy start. It's not looking too promising up in the hills there where I'll be heading, but we're going to give it a go. Today looks like more persistent rain but lighter. This afternoon my UK weather app says it's going to clear up. Sorry, no. My UK weather app says thunderstorms all afternoon. The local weather says drying up this afternoon. So there's only one way to find out, isn't there? And I can't just sit in a hotel room watching holiday. You got to give it a go. If it rains, just turn around and come back. I'm going to stay local to the hotel, local within an hour. So if we do get a lot of rainy weather, then I haven't got too far to dash back to the hotel. So just leaving the built up area, and I'll turn you all back on when we get to the Twisters. It's going to be the same Twisters as yesterday, because yesterday there was a lot of rain forecast, so I didn't go too far. But this is the N621. It's not that amazing just yet because we're still heading out of town, but once you get into the States, this has got to be one of the best riding roads there is anywhere. So turn it back on when we get up there to the Twisters. Well folks, we gave it a whirl, but I'm heading back down now. We're not getting we're not getting any better with the weather. The roads are still dry, but you can't really see what's coming at you. So well, as the sign says, we're coming back into Picos. With the weather, we're just going to drop down into Picos and then we're going to head out on the C184. That takes us much further east, southeast out of Picos, whereas the 621 was southwest. I'm hoping that might dodge a little bit of the weather. We'll give it a go and see what we find, but I think ultimately when you're heading onto the high ground you're going to get into this weather, but we'll give it a go. Last year the CA184, there was quite a lot of roadworks on it at the top. I'm hoping they might have finished that. It was a year ago since I was last up there, but we'll just have to see. So this is the C184. 12 k's of hairpin bends. Don't mind if I do, sir. I think for 5k's back to the hotel we've got out for, we've done 2.5 hours, just over 2.5 hours, about 2 hours, probably 2 hours 45 when we get back to the hotel. So we have got out and we've largely dodged the rain. Ooh, she's going to regret putting them towels out, ain't she? So that, I guess, is the biking done for the day. So we shall see if we get any better weather tomorrow. Wednesday's forecast fine. Tomorrow, yeah. Morning everyone. Day 3, Tuesday. It's a bit of a manky rainy start again. Roads are wet, don't know how far we'll get. Just got 3 guys behind there who I met last night. They're heading out to Riano. I think they're staying in Riano tonight, so they've only got a short day. So we'll just could have a morning out with them, see how we get on. If it starts to get really wet, then I'll turn back. They've got to head on to Riano because they've got a hotel booked up there, so we'll just see how it goes. So we've just had a little coffee stop. It's now 3:15. Heading out of Riano back to Picos. Had a bit of company today. Lad who stayed at the same hotel as me. He's with 2 of his mates. I've had a ride out with them today. They're stopping not far from Riano, so I've had a run up to Riano with them. It's been another iffy weather day, so not gone too far, about an hour away from Picos. The roads are dry here. I did come through a fair bit of rain in Picos, so I am expecting to some degree or other to be getting a little bit wet on my way back, but we'll see. Fingers crossed, eh? We'll maybe get back dry, but these roads are dry, so at least when I get to that downhill hairpin bends, a wet road it was when I came back out, so hopefully at least I'll be hitting it with warm tyres, so it's not going to be quite as sketchy. So don't think there's a lot of point filming this. This is the N621 we're on. Absolutely brilliant road, but I filmed it twice already this holiday, so although it's been brief for today, I believe that's going to be it for filming on the bike today. So hopefully dry tonight, have a walk into Picos, and perhaps get home, or home to the hotel, without getting wet. We shall see. Well, it looks like that getting back dry is out of the window. Temperatures dropped right down and I got 12 degrees now. So if I get back without having to put my waterproofs on, I'll be a happy chappy. Whose cat do you think that is? I reckon that's the road we're going down. £9 now. 9 degrees. I've got my heated grips on, but it doesn't feel like I've got my heated grips on. We've got to descend through all that cloud over there, and I have a sneaky suspicion that below all that cloud there is going to be rain. I'll find out soon enough, although this road is dry and it was wet coming up the whole way, so maybe stuff's passed through. We shall see soon enough. So, just about 5 minutes away from the hotel now. The good news is I've made it the whole way without having to put waterproofs on. So I've been quite fortunate today. I've got just over 2 hours in on the bike. Not much of a day out on a biking already, but given the weather, it's not bad. Not too bad at all really, so I'll take that. Morning everyone, we're actually off now on a run for the day. It's the clearest looking skies we've had easily. Very easily the best looking, best prospects. Most likely to stay dry today. So we are trying a new route. Roads I've been on, but I've not done the route before, so what better scenery could you want? Twisty roads thrown into the bargain. You've often got scenery all the roads, you get both here. So we're looking at a 3 hour 20 route. A bit later getting off than I actually wanted to be. It's 10:15. 5:05 I'm due back. So we're heading north out of Picos on the N621. This will be a lovely road when it's finished, but it's just a lot of roadworks on it. We've been at it a few years now. I'm starting to think the guys working on this project have been told they've got a job for life. But my route for today is it's about just a shade over 200 kilometres. And the range is saying 229. But that will both go up and down depending on what road you want and how hard I'm riding. If I don't get back to Poters, I will at least easily get to Riano and filling up at Riano. That would get me to Santander. Today's my last day here, my last full day. We're in the hotel tonight. Tomorrow we'll leave the hotel. Normally we've got to be away quite early because there he goes, it's about 11 o'clock midday, something like that. They put the sailing time back to 4 o'clock. Supposedly the same ETA in Plymouth on Friday morning, but they're saying 11 o'clock and I'm sure it's scheduled at 10 and they're often a little bit later than that, so I would be surprised if they're off anywhere out of Plymouth anywhere before midday. So I will get the whole rush hour. Roads are a bit damp down here, there's some rain overnight. The orange lines would suggest this is a finished bit, looks. I mean, it's a better surface than most of our roads in the UK. It's just a little bit tiptoey because it's wet, damp. It's not wet enough to clear the crap off the road, but it's damp enough just to float any light oil and grease and crap to the surface, so just a bit cautious. We will get some simple traffic lights a bit further down here. But the bits of this road that are finished, nearer to Poters or Haydo, it's actually going to be quite a nice road. It's the main road into the area, but as you can see, it is pretty light traffic wise. A few rocks in the net there, that's done its job, keeping them off the road. If you were them the size of a small TV, you wouldn't want one of them hitting you on the head. But the scenery is stunning, eh? Looking at how many rocks you get in this catch net, I might as well film these like big overhang bits before they all fall off, because it does look like bit by bit they're all falling off. Look at the sun out, it's just as so much of this road is in shade. When it does get wet it just takes such a long time to dry. The roadworks are still here. We're in the, I think this is the last set, I'm not sure. Finally on our way. Finally, I'm turning off in 3 mile. But it's a 5-minute hold every time you get one of these. So guys, this is the AS114 heading up to Cangas to Onis. We'll head up the now we're on the Fun Road, we'll head up the Cangas to Onis. We'll have to nip through the town, but then that'll drop us on the A625. It's a cracking road, it goes right up to the coast, but I ain't got time to go that way, so I'm going to have to head south on the 625. That'll take us to Riano, and then from Riano it's going to be a route back to the rafting, I think. So into Riano, and then from Riano we're going to be heading back down into Cortez, and then Laredo, and that will be our last day. It will be a full day. We're looking at the sat-nav seems to have finally accepted that we're in this way. It's stopped trying to double on bike, and we're looking about 325 in Picos. Perhaps there'll be a coffee stop up at Riano, and if there is a coffee stop at Riano, then we'll perhaps be looking maybe still about half 3. I expect me ETA to come down through the day, so we shall see. But half 3, 4 o'clock, it's a full day for his last day in it, so we've got a day out of it, so stay tuned and enjoy the roads. So we're still on the AS114, just turning on a little bit just to show some of the scenery. Absolutely stunning. But much of a look there, would it, pal? More a leap of faith, that, wasn't it? So this, guys, is Cangas de Onis. Yeah, I've stayed here, it's a nice place. Town, lots of bars, restaurants, lots of choice of stuff to do. Kodak. When was the last time you've seen a Kodak sign, eh? We are actually on the N625 now, just heading out of Cangas de Onis. This is the road that will take us to Riano. sun's on it. Absolutely spectacular. So this will be my last little blast. I'm packing in the morning and on the boat. Absolutely stunning, eh? You've already seen it, it would just be repetitive. So I'll catch up with you when I get back to Picos. Well, here we are guys, last time in protest. Well, it won't, I'll be in protest tonight for my tea, but on the bike last time in protest.
Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to live with a voiceover here. Apologies for that. But I've had microphone problems all trip with me helmet camera, and it completely gave up the ghost for the final day in Spain. Heading to Santander, I headed north out of Montes on the N621. And I turned right onto the C282. It's a scenic road. It's an alternative to get to Santander than the motorway. Normally the ferry leaves quite early and you have to make a dash from the hotel straight onto Santander. But this year we moved the sailing time back to the afternoon, so as I had time to kill, I took the scenic route. Just before Quintanilla, I turned off the CA282 and headed north on the CA856. These were all narrow, twisty roads, which kept the speed down, but the scenery was top notch. From the CA856 I turned north onto the CA181, which takes you back up to the main A8 motorway and then on to Santander. Once on the C181, it's a much more flowing road, but the scenery does drop off. Quite enjoyable all the same.